Hello, DBL Nation. I'm so excited to be with you guys tonight to talk about all things Golden Globes. I've got so much prepared for you guys, and I really want to interact with all of you as much as possible. So whilst we're streaming right now, you can catch us on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And not only that, but also you can go over to Instagram, and on our stories, we're going to be doing lots of little yeses and nos. So do you agree with the things that I'm saying? Or are you like, Stefanie, what are you talking about? That was a snub and she or he should never have won. Or it was the best or worst outfit that I've ever seen. So I want to hear from you throughout all of this. So please, please do join us and be as interactive as possible. I want to know all of your thoughts on all things Golden Globe. So let's get to it. So tonight, we saw the 78th Golden Globes on NBC, and whilst it was completely different to any other year, it was fantastic to see Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, who returned to host for the fourth year running. They did the most incredible job. They were seamless. And the way that they shared their job-sharing duties from opposite sides of America was incredible. So we had Tina in the Rainbow Room in New York, and then we also had Amy at the Beverly Hilton in Beverly Hills, LA, and it literally looked flawless, as though they were together in the same room. I thought they absolutely killed it, so they won the night for me to start off with. Now, everybody in the audience, on the set, everyone on the stage was tested for COVID. And I actually loved the intimate setting because I liked seeing everyone in their own home receiving their awards. I thought it felt kind of really homely and like I was involved a lot more, and it felt a lot more personal to me. And I loved seeing all the little dining tables and what everyone was wearing, and it seemed a lot more kind of high end and a bit more exclusive. So I want to know what you guys think. Did you like the setup, or did you prefer it how it used to be? I mean, the world's very different right now, so I think they did a good job with the tools available. So, though, did you like the setup? I want to know, number one. Okay, but important topic now that we've all been talking about in the past few weeks, and it was highlighted. So the lack of diversity is nothing new when it comes to the Entertainment Awards. And this time, Hollywood stars actually spoke out against the issue from the people at the top choosing the winners. So the Hollywood Foreign Press has the honor in the Golden Globes. And in case you guys weren't aware, there are no black members of the Hollywood Foreign Press. And yeah, you heard me right. That's 0 people out of 87 members. And tonight, the no black members of the Hollywood Foreign Press was finally addressed. And the Golden Globes posted this statement that you're seeing on your screen right now from HFPA to social media at the start of the show. And this is what it states. We are fully committed to ensuring our membership is reflective of the communities around the world who love film, TV, and the artists inspiring and educating them. Very important message. And we understand that we need to bring in black members as well as members from other represented backgrounds, and we'll immediately work to implement an action plan to achieve these goals as soon as possible. So that's what they posted at the start of the show. So the organization swore to change moving forwards, and they were saying that black journalists are vital. Everyone from underrepresented communities will have a seat at the table, and they will create an environment where diversity is the norm, which, as I'm sure we all know and agree, should be anyway. However, despite this message from HFPA, Tiffany Haddish, Sterling Brown, and Susan Kalichi Watson all spoke up throughout the evening when they were hosting, bringing their disappointment to the table and to the main stage for us all to see. So DBL Nation, I want to know, what do you think? Will this change in 2021? Do you think that the Golden Globes are going to do anything? Write your comments into me. I want to hear from you. We've been talking about this. We want to know what you guys think. Okay, and also, obviously, it's a sign of the times, it being COVID. With all the nominees from the Golden Globes being virtual this year due to the pandemic, it meant that everyone was live, like me right now, from our homes. And now that came with a few technical difficulties from the very top of the show, which people were not happy about. I felt so bad for the first winner of the night. Daniel Kaluuya's audio completely cut out. even before he could accept his award. Poor thing. And luckily for him and us, it came on just in time before the commercial, so we got to hear him speak. But what a bummer. Terrible. I couldn't believe it. And this has happened to the best of us. And it's always in like the worst moment, isn't it? You're in a Zoom meeting and your phone goes off or something like that. But imagine this, but even worse. So I felt really bad for Catherine O'Hara because as she was giving her winning speech, her husband's mobile phone starts going off in the live broadcast, which unsurprisingly totally threw her off giving her wonderful, beautiful speech. And I just felt so bad for her. But the thing that really had viewers wondering what on earth was going on is the fact that the award show had almost a year to prepare and learn from other award shows that did everything virtually, like the Emmys and the MTV Video Music Awards, and they avoided all technical difficulties, but the Globe seemed to be having a really hard time staying on top of it all. So I want to know what you guys think. Did it put you off? I was pretty miffed off for David at the start, I've got to tell you. I thought it was awful for him. So despite all the technical dramas, everything still went ahead. Somehow, luckily. But I want to talk to you guys about the winners of the night, and I'm dying to know what you guys thought about it. So the show that pretty much got me through COVID, I'm not even exaggerating, was The Crown. And I was like praying that it was going to be recognized. So both Emma Corrin and Josh O'Connor, here they are, won Best Actress and Actor in a drama TV series for their roles as Princess Diana and Prince Charles. And literally, The Crown is one of my favorite series of all time. I thought Emma played the perfect Diana, and she looked quite the royal too when she was receiving her award. Fantastic. And for me, this series really opened up your eyes to the inner workings of the royal family, and it totally made me appreciate them even more than I ever did before. And I might even have to rewatch the whole thing because I loved it that much. And I loved this. The Crown also took Best Drama TV Series. So it was up against some of my other favorite shows of the year, like Ozark, Ratchet, Lovecraft Country. Any of them could have won. But it's safe to say that the world is just as obsessed with the royal family as I am, which I'm pretty pleased to hear, seeing as I'm British. Okay, so something that's on my hit list to watch and binge on, it's Schitt's Creek. So I've not seen it, but it's a favourite of the rest of the hosts and the crew at DBL, and it won Best Musical or Comedy TV Series. So I want to know how many of you guys have seen it. It's been on for years. I've not ever watched one single episode, so should I waste my time? I mean, it must be good if it's won an award, right? And the Best Actress for a motion picture comedy was won by Rosamund Pike for I Care a Lot. Here she is receiving the award. I watched this a few days ago and I was blown away by the storyline and how true to life this is. Now, when I watched this movie on Netflix, it reminded me of the Britney Spears conservatorship battle. Just saying, you guys know I love Britney. And then, as part of her acceptance speech, Rosamund said she thanked America's broken legal system, which gave them the idea for the movie, which I thought was rather spicy. And it came in perfect timing, obviously, with everything that's going on with Britney Spears. Side note from the Golden Globes, but you all know I love her. And then we have to talk about my favourite one of the evening. Oh, the beautiful Anya Taylor-Joy for Best Actress in a Miniseries or Motion Picture for the TV show The Queen's Gambit. She took her crown wearing Dior couture, an emerald green dress. And just look at her long, blonde, straight locks. She looks like a goddess. She's perfect. And I just thought she stole the show. Seriously, and what an amazing TV show was The Queen's Gambit. It was one of my favorite things along with The Crown. And she deserved to win that so much. Look at her. She's beautiful. Now, just because the Golden Globes were at home, it was no excuse for people to not get glammed up. And I am so pleased to say that we really saw celebs bringing their A game. Now, I'm going to go through my best and worst dressed of the night. And I want to let you guys know that you can tell me if you agree with me or disagree with me. So what I want you to do, you can go on over to DBL's Instagram stories where you can rate my chosen celebs of the night and give your verdict. Oh, hang on a minute. Before I do that, I've got Kat Bonner popping up. You need to watch Schitt's Creek. It's one of the best comedies ever. Yes, give it a look-see. Okay, Kat. I mean, oh, Simone Sutherland too. Watch Schitt's Creek. Is it really that good? It's been on for years, and I've been very preoccupied with like The Crown, The Queen's Gambit stole my heart, but apparently Schitt's Creek is the one, and it took home the trophy tonight. So Jeff Tag, Steph, you need to give it a shot. It's great. What, have I been missing out on something pretty major? Is there something that like in England, is it just an American thing? Maybe in England it's not been given, because this has been out longer than I've been in America, so maybe I've done something wrong. But if the DBL Nation are telling me this is important, I'm going to listen to you guys. I'm going to give it a go. So thank you, Jeff Jag. If anyone else has got any other shows that they want to recommend, please do let me know, because I want to hear. Okay. Oh, hang on. Oh, wait, we're talking about, yes. Okay, Joanne Eagleson, I'm going to talk about this in a little bit on, but you have pretty much gone in my brain and picked out some of my thoughts. Okay, so I want to know, who do you guys think was hot or not? Write it in, give me your thoughts, and I want to know if you agree with what I'm about to say. So let's go with best dress of the night, man of the night. For me, much to some of my colleagues' dismay, was Jared Leto. So he kicked off the Golden Globes as a nominee for supporting actor category, but he didn't win. But he looked outstanding to me in his beige nude outfit. Look at that flower accessory. Amazing. Now, apparently, nude tones are out for 2021, but he gave me life. Look at those locks. It's the blow dry of dreams. My hair doesn't look like that. What's he doing? Look at him. He kind of looks like a gypsy king, doesn't he? Gone rogue with a bit of a Gucci flower. I don't know. I want his hair, I want his outfit. I just want to be him. He gives me all the feels. Okay, another guy that stole my heart, John Baptiste. He got my runner-up for best dressed male. Here he is. Look at him. Wearing a modern lilac suit, and he had the ultimate fashion flex of a casual velvet sage bow tie for the win for his best original score for Pixar's Soul. I mean, who pulls out a velvet sage tie on the fly? Who does that? I've never seen a velvet bow tie in my life, and to say I love fashion, I fell in love, and I love a lilac suit. I'm very into these tones that these guys are wearing. Hang on, Kat Bonner's chiming and saying best dress was Kaylee Kuko's heather grey gown. I saw her, she looked gorgeous. I'll tell you someone else who looked gorgeous, Catherine O'Hara. Won Best Actress TV Series or Musical for her role in Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek again, here we go. Series of the night, everyone's loving it. So this is a look that was timeless to me. This is the ultimate power suit jacket. Look at it. Now, if you actually look really close, it's a rose print, and it's a navy, black, white, and she looked just so stylish and elegant to me with that red lipstick and the perfect blowout. I don't know who's getting all these celebs ready, but they all look great. Someone else who looked great, Elle Fanning, sorry. Oh, hang on, Karen Mary's chiming in, Gal Gadot. Oh, yeah, she was wonderful, wasn't she? In that white outfit, legs that go on forever. Beautiful. Okay, but no, we have to talk about Elle Fanning. Look at her. She wore a long satin, baby blue Gucci dress with Leighton jewels, and she looked very fitting of her royal role in The Great, which she was nominated for. She served us some serious old Hollywood vibes. I mean, just look at the back of that dress. That's the fanciest dress I've ever seen. Look at the hair, the makeup. She's flawless. Flawless. Okay, someone else that I love, Tiffany Haddish. Get ready to see this look. She wore Alberta Ferrati, and gave an award looking just smoking hot. She wore this sheer metallic floor-length gown, diamond hoop earrings, and sported the freshest blonde hair that I've ever seen. I mean, that's just been done that day, hasn't it? And the low V neckline was perfection. I adore her, and I loved when she went up on the stage. Fantastic. And we all got a little sneak peek of Regina King. Did anyone else see this in the pre-award show? She took my breath away wearing Louis Vuitton. This black and silver sequin gown was perfection. Look at the cutouts, the off-the-shoulder detailing. Like every year, she never fails to impress with her looks. However, for 2021, she knocked it out the park. But guess what? My favorite accessory, can you guess what it is? It was her dog. Look at him. He's in the background, stealing the limelight. And the best bit, he's called Cornbread. And he just was walking on in, casual, the middle of the pre-Golden Globes, you know, not a care in the world. He deserves an award. What a little baby. Okay, let's have a little look. So we're getting some comments coming in. Kevin Ing said, Elle looked amazing in the blue Gucci dress, one of my best dressed of the night. I've got to agree. She looked so timeless, elegant. Joanne Eagleson says, Regina was stunning. I mean, what a woman. Look at her. Look at that cutout. I've never seen a cutout like that before in my life. It accentuates her collarbone. She just looks so stunning in the way she's done her hair. Dawn is saying Gal Gadot, best dressed. She looked phenomenal. When she walked on stage to give the award in that white flowing number, I mean, she always looks sensational, doesn't she? I absolutely adore Gal. I think she's one of the best actresses out there. I loved her in Wonder Woman, especially the new one that has just come out, though maybe not as good as the first, but, you know, still loved her. Okay, last but not least, let's get on to let's get nasty. My worst dressed celebs. Now, I won't lie, this year was pretty tough for me to pick because I felt that everyone actually really made an effort. And dare I say, I think the pandemic really got stylist juices flowing. They had to work for their money and they did just that. But there was a couple of people that really, really hurt. One was British. Get ready for this. It's a sight for sore eyes. I'm horrified to say my fellow Brit, Cynthia Erivo, was my miss of the night. This, to me, is the fashion look of shame. It looks like she's gone in her kitchen sink and just piled everything on like a fairy on top of the Christmas tree. She looks like she left the house without looking in the mirror. The lime green dress was meant to be from Valentino Couture. It's just too much. The shape looks, you know what she looks like? I don't know if you had these in America. Those dolls that go on top of the toilet roll. Do you know what I mean? Like a Barbie, and then you put them in, that's what it looks like, a modern day version of that. It's meant to be avant-garde, but it looks like a circus tent. Where's the toilet roll underneath? Okay, and look at the silver platforms. The elbow-length gloves. I think they're meant to be leather or pleather. I think she forgot the saying that less is more. It hurts my eyes. I'm sorry. Hurts my eyes. It did nothing to tickle my taste buds, but I did like her flawless makeup. She's got like this little sweep of lilac eyeshadow that just really pops. But other than that, it's a no. Send it back. Sack the stylist. What are you thinking? Awful. Okay, we've got some comments. Joanne, again, crotcheted toilet roll cover. Yes, girl. That's what I'm saying. Joanne, it was terrible. Who dressed her? Who thought that was a good idea? Liliana says, I actually like the dress and the shoes. Oh, babe, I don't know. If it hadn't have had the pleather gloves or if it hadn't have had the big silver shoes, I think you've got to pick one statement, don't you? You know, you've got to have the gloves, the shoes, the makeup. And Jeff Jaggers just commented saying it was so futuristic. Yes, it was, but we're not going to Star Wars. We're not going with NASA to Mars. We're going to the Golden Globes. Kevin Egg says, I love Cynthia, but that dress was not great. It looked like she was wearing a tent. I'm telling you, that's what I felt. It just looked too big. And she's so beautiful. I felt like the dress wore her. She didn't wear the dress. And that's where it fell down for me. Sorry, guys. Okay, we've got another one. I've got a guy now that was my worst dressed. Jason Sudeikis. What can I say? Did he even bother to have a shower? Okay, we don't have an image for this one. It was so bad, I'm saving your eyeballs from seeing it. Would it have hurt him to shave his face? This is the Golden Globes. You know, the least he could have done was brush his hair. He was wearing a hoodie to the Golden Globes. Looked like he hadn't shaved in 3 days. Where's his mother or sister or partner, anyone coming in to save the day and say, please do something. This is the Golden Globes, you're up for an award. Terrible. Sorry, if you can hear something crying, it's my cat. My cat Pudding is very close. Yeah, my cat is crying over how bad Jason Sudeikis is. He's nudging the camera. Oh, sorry. Okay, overall, the show, it was truly amazing, and I live for the red carpet, and even though it didn't really exist this year, no one disappointed me really, apart from that dress and the lack of shaving. Everyone made so much effort. And before I leave you guys, because I thought this was really special, and I thought this was a really good moment of the night, I've got to make note of Chadwick Boseman. So he was awarded a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama for Mark Rainey's Black Bottom, and it was his final role before his death last year after a long battle with colon cancer. And his wife, Taylor Simone Laywood, accepted the award on his behalf, and it was heartbreaking. Through floods of tears, she said he would thank his ancestors for their guidance, their sacrifices. He would have thanked his team. She said he would say something beautiful, something inspiring, something that would amplify that little voice inside all of us that tells you that you can, that tells you to keep going, that calls you back to what you are meant to be doing at this moment in history. And she went on to say, I don't have his words, but we have to take all the moments to celebrate those that we love. And I thought that was just so beautiful. And for me anyway, I thought what a beautiful, beautiful memoir, and what a well-deserved award. And we all need to remember Chadwick, because he's an inspiration to so many people. Fantastic actor, amazing person, and bless his wife. She looked incredible too. She should be on the best dressed list. Look at her. And then Mariah 777 just said, yes, his wife looks stunning. Yes, she did. And I think, it was such a tearjerker. Yes, Dawn, I love Chad too. What an amazing guy. Jeff Jag, that moment was very touching. I could not agree more. Honestly, it nearly broke my heart. BJ's writing very powerful moment. It was. Kevin, gosh, everyone's feeling for this one. I cried when Chadwick's wife gave her acceptance speech, the best moment of the night. I think it was my best moment of the night too. Dawn, she looked beautiful. Yes, Dawn. Yes, she did. I think Chadwick would be looking down on her and be so honored and proud of her too for doing that, because I'm sure it was very difficult for her. DBL Nation, I want to know, have you guys been going on Instagram? And I want to know, did you agree with all of my favorite moments? Also, I've just been told I've got the picture of Jason Sudeikis. This is the moment we've been looking for. Now, let's just leave this up for a moment. Is this a Golden Globes worthy outfit? It's terrible. Kevin saying Jason looked like many of us were in quarantine. Honey, we've all been in quarantine. It is disrespectful, Joanne. He looks terrible. He looks like he's not shaved. He's not even brushed his hair. He looks like he's rummaged around in a teenager's drawers to wear that tie-dye hoodie. Everyone else on that screen was wearing tuxes, suits. I've seen velvet sage green bow ties tonight. What is this? LG Production says, LMAO, that is a horrendous outfit. It is the worst thing I have ever seen for an award show. And I mean, I'm not going to lie, Cynthia, at least you put a bit of effort in. I might not have liked it. It might not have been to my taste. Here it is. Look at her. Neon green, princess, Star Wars, Star Trek, I don't know, futuristic hobbit from Lord of the Rings. Don't know what it is. It's like a hobbit went up into space and came back down with silver platforms on. I don't know what's going on there either. At least she made effort. She went out on a limb, and I might not have felt the look, but she went out there. But really? Let's bring up Jason one more time before we go, because I just need everyone to respect how bad this is. That's awful. He's made less effort than I've seen in a gym. And people go to the gym, in their sweats. What is this? He knows people are living for this moment. People want to see glamour. People want to get excited. People are so excited for the Golden Globes. These are the shows that have kept us going all year. What's Lindsay Granger Productions? What's she saying? That he's in his house. It's kind of weird to put a full suit on in your living room. It's the Golden Globes, Lindsay. What are you talking about? I didn't turn up tonight in my trackies. I'll tell you what, I am not here in my tracksuit because I'm at home. I've made an effort because it's the Golden Globes, and I'm talking to the fine DBL Nation. And I'm not going to sit here and rate and slate other people dressed in my trackies. But look at this dude. I'm sorry. What is that 80s dodgy mustache? The joy is my strength says he's being who he wants. I don't see a problem. Look, I've got no problem with this look if you're like lounging around the house and no one's coming over. Would you go meet your gran like that? I don't think you would. Would you go into the old people's home to go give someone a cup of tea and take care of them looking like that? No, you wouldn't. Would you go to the doctors like that? No, I don't think you would. I wouldn't even go out and buy a pint of milk dressed like that. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed. Sorry, everyone, if you disagree. Don't like it. It upsets me. That mustache needs to go. It looks so dodgy. He looks like he's in a very dodgy movie from the 80s, and that's all I'm going to say. Don't like it. He is going through a divorce. He's having a rough time. And that Mariah's just said it. He's probably depressed because of his divorce. I understand that. Going through a divorce is absolutely terrible for anyone. For whatever the reasons, it's very tough. But you steam a shirt, you put on some clean clothes, you shave your face because it's the Golden Globes. It's not like you're going round, it's not like you're literally, like if you're at home and you're really sad and your friend's coming to cheer you up and like, come on, you're going through a rough time, get out of bed, have a shower. It's the Golden Globes. The world is seeing you. David Byrne says, glad Jason Sudeikis won. Well, that's lovely, but I just wish he'd have put on a suit. Even a shirt, even a plain t-shirt would have been wonderful. I would have been thrilled. Actually, no, I wouldn't. Who am I kidding? I wouldn't have been thrilled. I wouldn't. It's the Golden Globes. I expect to see a bit of glam, pizzazz, happiness. Anyway, my loves, you've all been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for tuning on and giving me all your comments. Some of you disagreeing with Jason Sudeikis. I don't know what you're thinking. Some of you agreeing with my toilet brush holder comments, which I think are very fair and valid. Star Trek toilet brush. I'm Stefanie Jones. Please do go onto our Instagram stories on Daily Blast Live and tell me if you agree or disagree, like some of you have already, with my hits and misses. Oh, hang on, we've got one more comment. Let's have a look. Sharon saying, was not happy with the Golden Globe Awards tonight. I guess if a person doesn't have Netflix or any other networks, then don't know hardly any one of their movies or TV shows. Plus, it was too political as well. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler were funny at times, but she didn't like the show at all. I'm sorry, Sharon. I'm sorry that you didn't like it, and I'm sorry that it was too political for you. And I must agree with you on one point. I did like the show, but I will say this. Netflix had, I think it was 47 nominations tonight. That's a lot for a digital streaming service. And if you don't have, there's so many. Look at Pixar with Soul. That was on Disney. That's Disney, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Netflix. Lovecraft Country is on HBO, or you've got to have Hulu. There are so many services. It's very expensive. The Crown's on Netflix too. There are so many, and it can be very expensive. But you know what? Maybe this is a good indicator to decide before you even buy any of those, which one's getting the most nominations, which ones are the best value for money. Because if we look at Netflix with 47 noms, that would be my pick if I could only pick one of the year. That's what I would say anyway. But I'm sorry you didn't like it. I loved it. I'm here for all the drama. And honestly, I thought Tina and Amy did a really good job. You would have never known that they were the other sides of America, LA and New York, and it was seamless. It was like they were in the room together. Fantastic hosting. Loved them. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me anyway. Have an amazing night. You've all been wonderful. Thank you for your comments. And thank you for sharing your hits and misses with me too. Have a lovely evening, and I'll see you all on Daily Blast Live this week. Good night.